Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
It's good to have you here. I'm Whitney Ward. A Spokane business is picking up the pieces after another break-in.
The owner of Carl's Coffee on East Sprague says his shop has been burglarized 3 times in just 1 year.
KREM 2's Janelle Finch is telling us now how those crimes are affecting business and operations.
The owner here at Carl's Coffee says he has trouble sleeping at night, staying up, waiting for notifications that his business may be getting burglarized once again.
Carl's Coffee owner Wade Bofto says he faced plenty of new business challenges getting his shop open. But in April 2022, he was finally able to start serving customers. Unfortunately, health issues forced him to temporarily close later that year.
On August 1st of last year, I had open heart surgery. So that was just a massive setback after all of that hard work.
He says knowing all that he's had to overcome, both physically and financially, makes crime on his business that much more personal.
Feels like such a slap in the face where I did so much work getting it open and then recovering from surgery and all of that stuff, all of that to just be vandalized.
He says he's been burglarized 3 times in the last year, most recently Thursday night.
This is my whole life. And to have somebody, step on that for nothing. This last time they stole pastries and whipped cream, but they broke my window, and that's expensive.
Bofto says he's had to spend hundreds of dollars on repairs.
I don't make enough money to pay myself, much less keep money here.
Spokane police say there have been 12 criminal incidents within a quarter-mile radius of the shop in just the last month. Still, reports show incidents in the area are down slightly from last year. He says in light of the crimes, support from the community has kept his spirits high. He says some customers have tipped $10, $20, and $50, and he even had to make a PayPal for donations.
It's a little bit overwhelming, I don't know how to say thank you to everyone.
Bofto says he's put so much into his business, he refuses to let anything stop him from serving the customers who have rallied behind him and his dream.
Bofto says he knew he'd have to spend some money on security when he first opened, but never anticipated that he would have to keep making investments in security. He tells me he's planning on installing a more in-depth security system, but spending hundreds of dollars after each break-in, that investment may wait a little bit longer. From East Sprague, Janelle Finch, KREM 2 News.
We also have an update tonight on a suspected murder-suicide case in North Spokane. Police said a man returned home last week and found his wife, 2 children, and pets all dead. The Spokane medical examiner released the identities and manners of their death. The medical examiner said the dead include a 43-year-old woman who died of suicide. 2 girls, ages 10 and 8, were both shot and killed. Their deaths have been ruled as a homicide. The 2 children were formerly students at Balboa Elementary School, but were being homeschooled at the time of their deaths.
A judge has ruled there will no longer be outside cameras in the courtroom for the trial of the Moscow murder suspect. Brian Koberger is accused of murdering 4 University of Idaho students in an off-campus home last November. Earlier this year, he had asked the court to ban cameras during the trial. In a ruling posted online today, the judge determined the court will instead provide a live stream of all public hearings. Several media organizations, including KREM 2, had asked to keep live video available to protect transparency in the trial. The judge said his decision will give the court more control over video taken at the trial while ensuring the public still has access to see it. Well, a mystery illness sickening and in some cases killing dogs across the country may be right here in Spokane.
KREM 2's Shannon Mounty is live outside of Spokanimal, where they believe some dogs are infected right now. Shannon?
Well, as of today, Washington's Department of Agriculture says there are no confirmed cases of that unknown respiratory illness in Washington state, but there are unofficial reports, including here at Spokanimal, that it is here. The Spokanimal actually shut down the shelter under quarantine protocols after several dogs became sick with what they thought was kennel cough. That happened in October. But when those dogs didn't get better with regular treatment, veterinarian Jessica Pruitt says they shut down the shelter and started quarantining. So far, they have only lost 2 dogs during the outbreak, but Dr. Pruitt says this illness can move quickly, so pet owners need to be on the lookout for a cough that doesn't go away.
We are seeing dogs that get sick, cough for a few weeks, develop pneumonia, and pass away within 24 to 36 hours. So they decompensate very quickly.
The Spokane says they have sent samples to various labs leading the investigation into this unknown illness. That does include Washington State University's diagnostics laboratory. And the Washington Department of Agriculture is urging veterinarians across the state to report any suspected cases. Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.
All right, Shannon, thank you very much. Taking a break from the headlines to talk about weather. Quiet weather starts off our work week as a busy holiday rush gets going.
It's an important week, so let's send it right to our chief meteorologist, Jeremy Legoo, with everything we need to know.
Well, when it comes to the overall weather pattern, it is pretty calm. We do have a chance of a little bit of rain come kind of Wednesday morning, but other than that, it is smooth sailing. Seriously, earlier we were talking, when can you drive? Anytime. Really, as long as you're not driving overnight Tuesday and you don't mind rain, you're even fine Tuesday. So 36 as we currently sit. Storm off the coast is going to throw a wave of energy at us. That brings us a round of rain here in low elevations, snow up high, but you got to go pretty high to find snow this go round. Going to be up over 4,000 feet. It is that kind of system working its way in. A little bit of cloud cover right now, and kind of think the way we ended today is how tomorrow looks, a mix of clouds and sun. We start out that way and move through much of the day in that manner. Clouds eventually build, but that's kind of overnight Tuesday, and then that's when the rain hits. Notice it is all rain over Snoqualmie Pass. It is all rain through central Washington. So if you are heading west from Spokane, say you have relatives near Seattle or over on the west side or over in Portland, it's rain no matter how you slice it. Eventually that reaches us. That's early Wednesday, and we see all rain other than a little bit of snow in higher elevations, but really it all stays as rain down low, and then it ends by the middle of the day on Wednesday, so it is smooth sailing all week.
Sounds good, Jeremy. Thank you very much. Former First Lady Rosalynn Carter has died at the age of 96.
After living with dementia, the Carter Center announced that Rosalynn died peacefully with her family by her side yesterday. As the wife of President Jimmy Carter, Rosalynn made her own mark on Washington while in the White House, consulting on domestic and foreign affairs and even attending cabinet meetings.
After leaving Washington, the former First Lady spent time helping others, serving more than 2 decades on the board of the Carter Center, building houses for Habitat for Humanity. The Carters were married for more than 75 years, building a family with 4 children and nearly 24 grand and great-grandchildren.